Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. Okay, deep breath, because this one is going to be a heavy reading, I can imagine. Using the runic tarot, I'm going to have a bit of a deepish dive look at the situation in Russia at the moment. So apparently the Kremlin has ordered 160,000 new conscript troops to be rounded up and sent to the front. Okay, so what are they down to now? 14-year-old boys and 80-year-old men? Like, okay, how's that going to go? I gather there's protests happening in Russia at the moment, but yeah, Kremlin's come out and ordered 160,000. Now, apparently, the Putin figure, because I personally I have not been able to feel Putin for about 18 months now. Every time I think of him, I see three more drawers and Putin himself in one of those drawers as a rotting corpse. It's like when they go to actually declare his passing, they open the three drawers to have a look to see which one is in the best condition to put on show. Stalin style, was it Stalin that was put on show in the square in the building near the square there? I keep getting that every single time. I if I hear the name of who's in charge, I know who it is. I keep thinking Medvedev, but I'm not sure if that's who it is. It's a Dmitry somebody or other, who is actually even more evil than Putin was, and I think that's the person that's currently in charge. Anyhow, the Putin figure has apparently been ordering oligarchs to be arrested and their assets seized, is what's happening there. There was the limo explosion a couple of days ago. And what else have we got? A Russian, now let me see if I can find where that news was. A mega rich Russian oligarch apparently has died from a gunshot wound suffered at a shooting range where he was practicing his skills with his driver and a security guard. The report is that it claiming that he was checking his gun to see if it was loaded or not and shot himself. I'm not quite sure how that happens. I mean, you don't actually peer down the barrel to check whether your gun's loaded or not. So, very, very suspicious. Pavel Azbrecht, deputy of the Legislative Assembly of the a region of Russia. I'm not even going to try and pronounce, I do apologize for that. He was a general director of a zinc plant and thought to be one of the wealthiest oligarchs in Russia. Now, another thing that's coming up with Russia at the moment is apparently there's a rapid, widespreading infection of a blood clot coughing mystery virus. The Russian authorities are claiming that it's just the normal pneumonia. However, apparently it causes its victims to cough up blood and a fever for an extended period of time, a prolonged fever. So there's a lot going on in Russia at the moment. Quite what is going on, we don't know. So let me have a look. Something unexpected, Page of Cups, that is going to bring about a turning, the wheel of fortune, a turning happening, a change, significant change. As it feels like we are reaching the crucial, intense climax of the Fallon 45 regime, it's got the same vibe in Russia at the moment. So, where on earth do I start? Show me the energies of Russia. I'm going to tell you this oligarch, his passing was not an accident. One does not check that their gun is loaded by looking down the barrel. That's the biggest load of BS there ever was. The Kremlin has demanded 160,000 new conscripts be rounded up, but that goes over like a lead balloon. You've got this virus that's ripping its way through Russia at the moment, where its victims have a prolonged fever and coughing blood. It doesn't sound like normal pneumonia to me. And apparently, in other news, apparently Israel is absolutely furious over Signalgate. I forgot to mention that on Signalgate reading, because apparently it was one of their intelligence operatives inside Yemen that gave the information. I'm just going to put that out there. And one of my questions is actually, I had this written down about 2 days ago. Did Russia order the Yemen strike to try and draw Iran into conflict? Just because Yemen is supported by Iran. Where do I start? Where do I start? Because I've got this popped out. I've got this popped out. The ending is coming for those that have tied themselves to this greed and this evilness. The end. Oh, next card. It's just so close. Okay, I want to have a look. I'll just move those back randomly. I want to have a look, start off. Big announcement coming out that's going to herald the ending. Did Russia, this is all this for Felon 45 and his cronies, we put you in there, you owe us. Did Russia, now I did a reading on what's coming out in Signalgate, and the roads led back to Russia. So let's have a look. Did Russia order the Yemen strike against the Houthis? Israel's really pissed because it compromised their person on the ground, but did Russia request this strike? Oh boy, oh boy. Page of Wands. Well, it's my Ukraine card. I am going to say yes. It's my Ukraine's defiance, and now that the EU has stepped right up and said, we're backing Ukraine 100%. This is like trying to start a war in another part of the world to stretch resources. That's what it feels like. Russia knows it can't push through its own borders into Poland and the Stans, etc. So it's to do with the defiance of Ukraine. The Queen of Cups is the challenge. Trying to keep a lid on the emotions in regards to this. Did Russia order? Why am I getting Signalgate with that card? With the Queen of Cups, offering up something. Okay, at the base we've got the Star of Hope and Healing, good versus evil. In the past, clandestine arrangements in the back corner. It's the Nine of Cups, I know that, but is it the Nine? Yes, the Nine of Cups. It's the be careful what you wish for as well, but to me this is very much about clandestine meetings. The Washington Steakhouse, ring a bell, anybody? In the dark corners, plotting. And death at the top, to bring death. It can mean death and rebirth, but I'm just getting death marching forward. Page of Cups, Queen of Cups, Page of Cups, something unexpected coming out of an unexpected source bringing forward. Nine of Pentacles. This is the, reaping what you sow, but this is very much about a target on a back. And I know it doesn't mean a target, it can mean honour, justice, leadership and authority, but to me this is target on a back. In regards to all this information that's going to come out. That's externally. Internally, the Hermit, isolation, investigation, certainly not introspection. It looks, okay, I'm going by the image on the card because that's what I'm getting drawn to. It looks like a figure that has made an announcement while staying in the shadows. I'm going to say yes. I'm really getting that they did yes. To strike at those in a potentially vulnerable position. Now, apparently the US attack took out an apartment complex because it was reported that the girlfriend of one of the Houthi leaders entered this complex, so therefore he must be in there. And bugger anybody else that happened to live in that apartment complex. But the Seven of Swords. Abuse of power, betrayal, deceit. No, this is the 7, not the 5. The sneaking into camp and betraying the outcome. Queen of Swords. Okay. It's my Yulia Navalny card. The devil being investigated. And this is the abuse of power card, the stealing, the betrayal, the deceit. This is potential. I'm getting yes. I am just getting yes. Right, this figure here, Tulsi Gabbard. I'm almost feeling like this cone is, when you used to put 2 tin cans together and you had a wire across and you'd speak and whisper in one end and you could hear it out the other. This feels like Tulsi Gabbard getting the message to do so. This under the guise of protecting shipping is what I'm getting there. Under the guise of protecting shipping, because this figure here who's fending off the dragon has a ship in his hand. Thank you. Love it when my guides come back. I'm going to say yes. I am. I am getting that this was ordered. Now, this may come out via the Signal Gate network, the unexpected. Because the Signal Gate's a long way from being over. And I did get in that previous reading that it's going to lead back to Russia. I think Tulsi Gabbard was given instructions by Russia to make it happen. Man. Okay. So yeah, Yemen strike. And it's because of the defiance of Ukraine. Right. So Russia has ordered up 160,000 new troops. It sounds like they're building a new army. This isn't just, okay, is the order for the 160,000 conscripts because Russia is expecting to open another front. Yep. Rashly racing into battle. Sword drawn. Sword of truth drawn. That's a yes. Yes, it is. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Right. Show me the oligarchs in Russia. What are they up to? If you're wondering what the deck is, it's the runic tarot. There's a C on the end, in case you were wondering. Runic. Okay. What are the oligarchs up to? I think they're going to expose everything. On the bottom, we've got a death coming. Could be a fiery death. This could be the explosion that I keep seeing. Oh boy, oh boy. And then we have the calm leadership stepping forward, bringing down the wrath. I'm just going what's on the bottom. Bringing down the wrath. And this is my Zelensky card, stepping out of the ashes. I'm asking about the troops. It's not going to go well for them. I don't think they won't get anywhere near the 160,000. But I was asking, was I asking about the oligarchs, or I was asking about the oligarchs? Okay, thank you. The Rainer of Death out in the cold. We've got the Magician, the Manipulation, Queen of Cups, Signal Gate, Queen of Swords, Legal Prosecution, also my Yulia Navalny card. Okay, there's something big coming down. Show me the oligarchs. The oligarchs. Lightning shine the deaths and arrests of these oligarchs. Show me these oligarchs. One does not shoot one in the face, in the head, when one is checking that their gun is loaded. It just doesn't happen. Action been taken. Show me the oligarchs. Inspirational leader, striding forward, taking action. Show me the oligarchs. There's that card again. Death, and then we've got judgment. Someone's gonna break ranks here. Who's that card again on the top? And the Magician. And the secret's being revealed about the abuse and the betrayal. And then we have the Star and the truth being brought forward. I think the oligarchs are going to just get the feeling they're going to rain down ceasing on some certain persons. Okay, I'll shuffle those back in again. Somebody, what way up does that go? Somebody is going to be stopped. Somebody is going to be stopped. Okay. I keep getting told by my guides 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks today. I have no idea. I feel like I've been glitching just about all night. Between channels, show me, is this 2 weeks anything to do with Russia? That card was on the bottom when I just did that last pull, and I did debate whether to show it or not. The Three of Cups, it's about a coming together, it's about a celebration, it's about an abundance for all. It's about government, a new government. We've got the Emperor here. We've got the Six of Pentacles. Just giving and receiving help, but in this particular image in this deck, to me it's very much about tossing out and closing ranks behind. There's my signal gate with Tulsi Gabbard. Can also be the feminine power coming forward. And there's Yulia Navalny, again, stepping forward. Compassion, strength, courage, protection, steady governance, and the demise of the crusty old ways. Okay, and a new beginning. Yeah, yep, yes, 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 cards. Yes. Out of that, there's only 3 that are not yes cards. And then we had the star of hope and healing. And then we've got the Ace of Swords. On the base, we have Russia, the King of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the ending of the raping and pillaging. 2 weeks. I don't know what is going to happen in 2 weeks. I'm going to have a look what's going to happen to this Emperor figure. Show me this. What do I need to know about this Emperor figure? It's got a target on his back. It's going to be somebody who is close to him, perhaps a bodyguard, perhaps a family member. What's going to happen to this Emperor figure? What's going to happen to this Emperor figure? There's that government card again. Some sort of ruling being made, perhaps. King of Swords coming forward. Action taken with the sword. Gosh, there's that Queen of Wands, the inspirational female. A lot of information coming forward quickly, but it's like new information coming forward and judgment. And then we've got that celebration again. So it's almost like this one's, there's some sort of high up order that comes down for this person to take action. And then we've got this new, softer beginning. Swan Lake on repeat. I don't even know that Swan Lake will be on repeat. I just think there'll be a lot of information comes out, and a collective awakening, call to arms, and a judgment moment where the people rise up. On the base, the Hanged Man. Something unexpected out of left field that enables the country to move forward to a new beginning. The 8 of Pentacles, skilled bang banger. Parties coming together. The end of the old and the beginning of the new. Clandestine meetings in the back corner that will bring about an emotional cleansing. I'm just going to put it out there. Timing is awful. My guides always tell me we do not have a clock calendar. It will happen when it is meant to. And yet today, they are adamant on a timing. I hope I'm right. I hope it comes together. This card, it keeps showing itself to me. I was just about to put them in the box. This card has been yelling at me. The Magician. The rabbit out of the hat. But look over here while this over there happens. It will enable Ten of Wands, end of a cycle, planting the seeds for a new cycle, end of a cycle of abuse, betrayal, deception, lies. New boundaries being put in place. Female healing, nurturing, protection for Russia. So I'm just looking at there's a plan. There's a plan happening in the back corners. There's a plan happening in the back corners to bring this new beginning, this new cleansing, this ending of the nightmare. Now leave it there. Fasten your seatbelts. The turbulence is going to be wild. Entertainment only. Love to you all. Talk to you later.